Welcome to the story of Sir Marcus Rashford, one of the world's most informed footballers. At only 23, he's achieved more than most ever could dream of, while relishing the form of his life under Erik Ten Hag. If he keeps putting in these electrifying performances and helps Manchester United claim top spot in the title race, Marcus Rashford might rank among the best players in the world. But to get to this point, he had to overcome immense adversity. How did Marcus Rashford go from being a target of online abuse to a consistent and reliable performer? Follow along to learn how Rashford regained his courage and self-belief to perform on the biggest stage. Marcus Rashford is in incredible form. In spite of the fact that Rashford has scored 10 goals in 10 games, this does not adequately reflect the level at which he is performing for Manchester United. The 25-year-old may become one of the finest players in the world if he continues in his current form, as his whole potential is being realised. Given how his 2021-2022 season unfolded, Rashford's recent turnaround in performance is astonishing. Given that he's only made 25 appearances in last season's Premier League, some pundits say that the 25-year-old's United career had come to an end. Many people believed that he might never regain his lost form. Rashford has, however, developed his confidence and grown into a powerful force. This season, Rashford has been an explosive option for Manchester United's front line when in and around the penalty area. He's recently emerged as English soccer's most lethal forward along with Erling Haaland. Since rejoining United following the Qatar World Cup, Rashford has been in his greatest scoring form, and this season he may potentially surpass his previous high of 22 club goals set in 2019 to 2020. This season, Rashford has been used primarily off the left wing, his preferred position where he is free to attack opponents. The 25-year-old's intent to attack has never been more aggressive. See the strong dribble and finish goals against Wolves and Nottingham Forest for examples of how this is evident in some of the goals he's scored. No one has ever been able to match Rashford's post-Qatar haul in the top 5 divisions in Europe. Not even Erling Haaland of Manchester City, who had the whole World Cup to work on his craft and get ready for the Premier League's return. But Rashford's situation has changed from a year or two ago. After the United-Arsenal game 2 years ago, it became widely known that Rashford was the victim of online racial abuse. On Twitter, he gave the best response he could, but the criticism still hurt him. Due to the incessant online harassment he was subjected to last season, he completely lost all of his confidence and his performance suffered. To add insult to injury, he had issues after missing a penalty in the 2020 Euro Cup final against Italy. The two people who suffered the most were him and Bukayo Saka. They also performed poorly on the football field as a result of this. He said, "I'm not sharing screenshots. It would be irresponsible to do so. And as you can imagine, there's nothing original in them. I have beautiful children of all colours following me, and they don't need to read it. Beautiful colours that should only be celebrated. Humanity and social media are at their worst. Yes, I'm a black man, and I live every day proud of that. No one, or no one comment, is going to make me feel any different. So sorry if you were looking for a strong reaction. You're just simply not going to get it here." Harry Kane, Rashford's England captain, stepped out in favour of his teammates and denounced the attackers, calling them fake England supporters. 3 lads who were brilliant all summer dared to step up and take a pen when the stakes were high, he wrote. In 2022, Rashford was the second most abused athlete, only after LeBron James. After missing in England's Euros final penalty shootout loss to Italy at Wembley in July 2021, his form tanked. Rashford, who was recovering from a demanding season in which he made 57 club appearances, had postponed shoulder surgery in order to be present for his club. Just a few months previously, he had also lost on penalties against Villarreal in the Europa League final. A few months into the 2021-22 season, the trophyless reign of former United manager Ole Gunnar Solskjaer quickly came to an end. Little changed after interim manager Ralf Rangnick took over, and the season quickly turned into a farce. Under Rangnick, who was at a loss of how to assist the former academy product, Rashford appeared lost. Rangnick's response when asked why Rashford was having trouble was, "I don't know." Fast forward to today, and Marcus Rashford has now rediscovered his love for football thanks to the new boss, Erik Ten Hag. "The manager's a joy to work with. Really," he said in October. "Is it hard work? Yeah, but I think we're enjoying it and we're playing better football." Ten Hag stated, "There are more players who are playing well, but I'm happy with Marcus, his performance and his development." He went on to add, "From the start of the season he's growing and keeps doing that. We have to keep his process going, and if he's in that mood and spirit, I think he is unstoppable. His amazing contribution to the club has also not gone unnoticed. Rashford has what it takes, according to teammates Lisandro Martinez and Casemiro, to compete at the highest level. Martinez told Sky Sports last week, "For me, Rashi is an incredible player. He can be anything he wants to be. It all depends on him. I was really surprised with the player Rashford is," Casemiro told ESPN Brazil last month. "In my opinion, especially knowing the player off the pitch, I can tell you that if he's doing well, he can be one of the top 5 players in the world." United manager Erik Ten Hag already considers Rashford to be in an elite bracket for his position. "I believe when Marcus's positioning is on the back of the defending line, there is almost no better player in the world. There is Kylian Mbappe at this moment, a type like him." Ten Hag is getting more out of Rashford than any manager in history, and he's reaping the benefits. His return of a goal every 2 hours is by far the most efficient the 25-year-old has been in his career. Ten Hag has supervised a culture shift at United and prioritises discipline. Rashford discovered this when he was benched for half a game after he overslept and was late for a squad meeting over the holidays. The forward, who had previously scored in United's 2 games following the World Cup, was starting from the bench for the New Year's Eve trip to Wolves. He nevertheless managed to save the game as a substitute, scoring in the second half at Molineux. Ten Hag's gutsy decision to bench his best player paid off. Rashford's reply proved that he was adapting well to Ten Hag's stricter techniques. "Team rules apply. I made an error," he explained. Wout Weghorst's loan move from Burnley might assist Rashford get even more out of the second half of the season by providing a target forward for Rashford to make runs off of when racing after a long-flighted ball. Manchester United is profiting from the Dutchman's movement in the offensive third, and Rashford is taking advantage of it. Weghorst is unlikely to score many goals, but his influence could be felt in Rashford's total. Rashford is also more eager to score the poacher's goals that Solskjaer has often stated will raise his game to the next level. Given how little game time Rashford received at the 2022 World Cup, one wonders what Gareth Southgate thinks of his recent form. Rashford scored twice in England's 3-0 win over Wales, but was only given 5 minutes off the bench as the Three Lions were eliminated in the quarter-finals by France. Rashford also was England's joint leading goalscorer during the World Cup with 3 goals. As attention turns to talks about a new contract, Paris Saint-Germain has been connected with Rashford. But Manchester United will undoubtedly do everything in its power to hold on to its best player. The 25-year-old has emerged as the face of Ten Hag's rebranded Manchester United, and there are surely more goals and accolades to come. Marcus Rashford silenced his haters and internet trolls following some outstanding performances for both club and country. This season, he could even lead United to their first trophy in 6 years. Erik Ten Hag has played a key role in boosting his confidence by putting his trust in him and getting back on track, utilising his potential and showcasing his talent. He has a promising future and is the primary guy for a massive team like Manchester United. On the field, he's proven the coach's faith in him. He recently lauded Erik Ten Hag's tactics and approach in the locker room and throughout the team. Ten Hag's reign did not begin well, with the Dutchman losing his first 2 Premier League games as well as a humiliating 6-3 derby defeat to Manchester City in October. But Rashford believes the occasional setback has helped to strengthen United. If he continues to produce consistently like this, he will very certainly secure a spot in the Ballon d'Or shortlist.